Ezra Levant here. Shocking news, at least for me and the many fans of Tamara Lich. We're standing outside the Ottawa courthouse where in the last 5 minutes, Judge Heather Perkins McVeigh said that she has convicted both Tamara Lich and Chris Barber, the two figureheads of the trucker convoy, convicted them in the first of a series of counts involving their role in the trucker convoy in this city some 3 years ago. I have to tell you, I'm shocked by that. I thought that perhaps Chris Barber may have been convicted because some of his language was more florid about locking down the city and wrecking things. Some of those transcripts were read back by the judge today, but I'm truly astonished that Tamara Lich was convicted. Tamara Lich, whose only statements were about peace and love. She literally would talk that way, about keeping your spirits high and let's be peaceful and loving. It was, I called her the spiritual leader of the truckers. It was some astonishing logic used by the judge, in my view. For example, here's one of the reasons the judge is convicted. She said that Tamara Lich was told by police that the truckers had to move their trucks and to sort of de-escalate the protest because it was causing problems, and Tamara Lich agreed to help. Now, you might think that that's proof that Tamara Lich was on the side of the good guys, but the judge said no. It showed that Tamara Lich knew that there was a problem of mischief in the city that she had to fix. So by crowdfunding for the truckers and by encouraging the truckers and using the phrase "hold the line," she knew she was committing a crime because she knew there was a problem because she was helping to solve it. I found that upside down logic. It really irritated me that the phrase "hold the line" was taken by the judge as proof that Tamara Lich was inciting mischief. Hold the line, a most innocuous phrase, a generic phrase, a phrase that was even used by police during the convoy. Imagine being convicted of mischief in part because you said the words "hold the line" in the same country where there are pro-Hamas protests where they chant things like "from the river to the sea," which means to genocide all the Jews, ethnically cleanse all the Jews out of Israel, or Intifada revolution. That's an anti-Semitic pogrom. So you hear those violent chants throughout this country on street protests and universities, and not a thing. But Tamara Lich leads the greatest peaceful protest in a generation, and because she says "hold the line," the judge uses that as one of the reasons to convict her. I am deeply surprised. I thought that this judge, because she had presided over the Mark Norman fiasco when the government tried to set up the vice admiral in a political witch hunt, I thought that she would be alive and alert to the kind of schemes and scams by prosecutors, but I was dead wrong. I am stunned by this. Let me tell you one thing, though. Last night, I came into town. I wanted to make sure I got here despite the weather. And I met briefly with Tamara Lich, and I talked to her a little bit. And I said, either way, today is going to be appealed. If Tamara Lich were acquitted today, the vengeful government would have appealed that acquittal. And I didn't think it was likely, but I thought if she was convicted, we'll obviously appeal for her. And she agreed to accept the help from the Democracy Fund to crowdfund the cost of her appeal. I asked her last night, will you accept help from the Democracy Fund to crowdfund your appeal should you lose? And she said yes. We thought she was going to win, it's true, but she didn't. She hasn't. She's been convicted. If you believe in helping Tamara, go to helptamara.com. It's not a Reb L News fundraiser. That's a fundraiser through the Democracy Fund charity to pay her lawyers to help fight. I'm a little bit astonished. I'm a little bit wobbled by today's ruling, and it tells me there's two tiers of justice in this country. If you want to help fight back, go to helptamara.com.